jingle bells, hallelujah, Ave Maria, Puer natus in Bethlehem. Every year we have the same with thousands of minutes of Christmas music, and we would like to talk in our podcast now about this. I mean, you made a perfect Christmas decoration, and I saw that you made already your own cookies here, no?
Indeed.
So we will more eating than talking. Maybe that's even better.
But and I don't know if it can be seen from the far,
okay.
But my Linzer cookies for the occasion are actually in the silhouette of Johannes Sebastian
okay.
Bach.
Or the other side, this one. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. So we are eating Bach, but we want to talk about music which has nothing to do with Bach.
Christmas beyond Bach. We all know the Christmas Oratorio. If we don't, go check it out. It's beautiful.
Okay. Honestly, I have to offer that I'm a kind of Christmas Grinch. So, except cookies, I'm not so famous with. I mean, when I was a boy, I liked it very much, Christmas. But now I only do this here for the podcast. So please allow me now to get more serious. Okay.
Please.
Even this disturbs here. This shit. Okay. You see? So, what is your favorite Christmas song?
None is technically speaking.
None.
Songs? I'm not that keen on Christmas songs.
So, what is your favorite Christmas work beyond the Christmas Oratorio of Bach?
Well, I do love Pfitzner.
From another label. Okay.
It's a family label. Das Christelflein.
Okay.
And I do love, and that's on your label also, Rheinberger.
The Star of Bethlehem.
The Star of Bethlehem.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're going to go Christmas, might as well make it romantic.
Is it okay if I make some bites between? Or
please, go right ahead.
Yes, they smell amazingly. They smell amazingly good. So sorry I interrupted you.
No, I'll get a cookie myself.
So, okay. Yeah, we have a lot of unknown or nearly unknown Christmas music to present today, but we have to stay under 30 minutes, I was learned.
And why don't we start sort of chronologically with...
We can start like starting from the Renaissance.
Right. Charpentier, Palestrina have beautiful works.
Yeah, I have this wonderful Christmas history from Heinrich Schütz. Of course, and Schütz, you have to listen to it.
What are your favorite pieces of Christmas music beyond Bach?
Oh, I have a lot from my countryside, from the mountains. I have some pieces that I really love, but they have nothing really to do with classical. They're very old, traditional, and they're singing it there with their traditional voices. I mean, no one of them is really a trained opera or singer in this kind. Yeah, but this gives me, of course, a bit of feeling of my home and of my youth. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And of course, you sang Christmas songs when you were in the boys' choir.
Yes, we had to sing a lot of Christmas songs. Maybe that's why I'm getting so tired of Christmas, because it was the time of the most concerts, You have also been at the Regensburger Domsplatz. I mean, the same
thing.
But the Christmas time is the time for boys choirs, no?
But I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was cold sometimes, and you were in dinky little towns singing in a manger. But I like the songs we did, actually.
Yeah, 3-4 times is okay, but I don't know, 50 concerts in 1 month or so.
No, I didn't live in 50. We had several choirs that split up, but so
But of course, the biggest Christmas favorites we later recorded with the Vienna Boys Choir. But it's not our theme now. Our theme now are also other Christmas oratorios or cantatas.
Mm-hmm. Bigger classical works that have Christmas as their theme.
Yeah, there's a big irritation because Handel's Messiah, for example, this Hallelujah.
Not Christmas music.
It's not Christmas music. Okay, it's not Christmas music. But the first part is about his birth, and just, you know.
Yeah, but it's if it's anything, it's Easter music. But we can't fight tradition. Okay, I think that's a losing battle.
Okay, so keep the Hallelujah for your birthday or for Easter or whatever, but not for Christmas.
This is a Handel-free podcast.
A Handel-free podcast, okay. But we have other composers in this thing, you know.
I mentioned Pfitzner. Have you heard the Christelflein?
No.
It's a little opera. It's a very silly story, but the music is Humperdinck, Christmas, Rheinberger.
Okay.
Gorgeous. And speaking of Rheinberger, do I have it? You might have it. No?
The Star of Bethlehem.
Yes.
Yeah, Star of Bethlehem is real. And this is really something, a piece also a lot of, how to say, wie heißen die Laien? The
amateurs?
Yeah, a lot of amateur choruses are singing this piece. So it's great for them. You find an orchestra and then on, because it's really bombastic to hear.
Have you ever heard it live?
No, I never heard it live. No, me neither. I'm sorry, me neither. But there is a beautiful phrase about the shepherds. Shepherds is something special for Christmas. All the shepherds mostly have the most beautiful choruses or melodies. So let's listen a bit to Rheinberger shepherds. What I really like on this kind of Christmas music is it's all in a very nice mood, you know. The most oldest pastorals there in diesem 6/8-Takt, wie sagt man das?
6/8?
In the 6/8, like all this pastorals, like Manfredini concerto and so on, you know. It's not really powerful. I mean, it can be powerful with the Hallelujah, God's praise, and so. Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking about a baby being born, so it's only fitting that we don't go all out right away.
Yeah,
and it's usually a lot of it is in C major, right?
Yeah.
Because it happens to work well with the timpani and the trumpets.
Yeah. Did you ever hear Rheinberger before? I mean,
I actually did a lot of Rheinberger with the choir.
Oh, really?
Because he worked in Regensburg. Well, he's of course Liechtenstein's most famous classical composer, perhaps the only one actually. And he also worked in Munich a bit, and he's. Because of those wonderful a cappella masses, I really liked him. And then when I went to a store as a kid and I bought my first CD ever, and I went to the Rheinberger section, and I felt very special because I knew I was picking out something that not everyone bought, but they didn't have any of the choral works. So I bought his organ trios, which happened to be a CD that you had produced, or at least your company.
Organ concertos, yeah.
I think it was the suite and the trios.
Okay, but the suite and the trios,
both with your finger. And at first I was a little perturbed because it's much more chromatic than the very simple masses. but it grew on me, and then I really have come to love Rheinberger.
Yeah.
And I once had a friend with me in Munich, and I showed her the Rheinberger Street.
Okay.
And of course, it's a short little alley.
Okay.
And she looked around and said, couldn't have been very popular. and he's probably an insider, but he's a wonderful composer.
And if people really don't like vocal music in general, so we have a mass of really Christmas concertos, you know? And also more unknown Christmas concertos.
Right, but we still probably have a good number of choral things to work through, because the point of Christmas music is telling a story. So most Christmas music has vocals in it.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you want to go for something that really is off the beaten path and does not have vocals in it, Liszt's Weihnachtsbaum, the Christmas tree.
I have something better, the Cartellieri Oratorio.
Actually, this is fun. It's a 30-minute piece by Liszt.
Okay, this is a whole oratorio.
But this is an oratorio. And I listened, you gave me a copy earlier this week, and I listened to it. And I sort of expected it to be early-ish music, but it's post-Mozart.
Absolutely.
And it sounds, in parts, very Mozartian, actually. And it's very beautiful. And I think I told you to play a particular track.
Yes, you sent me a track. No, I had a track here. This sounds like very like a Mozart opera, no? Like
if you told me it was from some unknown Mozart you'd probably stump me.
No, but this is the Don Ottavio under the Christmas tree, so you know, I would say, yeah.
Here it can.
So very, very Mozartish or Mozart-like, yeah. But of course, Christmas always was how to say a feast where the composers were asked to compose a lot, no? For this, that's why we have so much Christmas music or Christmas oratorios and cantatas.
We should talk about some of the non-Bach but still fairly famous Christmas works.
Yeah, just so that the people get an idea. For sure, they have already all the famous 20 meters of Christmas cantatas and oratorios and songs at home, you know. If I have to do a Christmas compilation, you know, for the international market or whatever, mostly I start with this year because it's... I like on this piece, really, on this cantata, that he's composed like everything comes from heaven, no? Not only rain, but also angels, and I don't know what else, you know.
And the Mendelssohn is on this? I see.
Yeah, but this is really a very, very old CD from 1987, and it also includes this beautiful romantic Christmas oratorio from Camille Saint-Saëns. Mm-hmm.
And the Saint-Saëns is one of the best-known non-Bach Christmas works, probably.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have Berlioz's L'Enfance de Christ?
No, not in my repertoire, but other labels have it.
I didn't even bring that.
I know, okay. No, I wanted to give you a chance.
Well, if you give me a chance.
Yeah.
So I was going through my collection.
Okay.
And what Christmas music do I like? And I realized, first of all, I really don't know off the top of my head what is Christmas music.
Okay.
Then I realized most of the music I was pulling from the shelves was Easter music.
Okay.
Because I was thinking of all the passions. But then I found a CD by Jan Levoslav Bella.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that guy?
No, Bello is my dog, but Bella I never heard.
1843 to 1936.
Okay.
Late Romantic.
Okay.
And it's a gorgeous work. It's a mass. And it is also Lobet den Herrn.
A Christmas mass, especially for Christmas?
Yes,
or?
yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay. Uh-huh.
Sometimes I surprise even myself.
Christmas surprise. Yeah.
Yes. And of course, I was looking for a composer I really like. I don't think he's in your program either, but Gottfried August Homilius.
Ah, yes, I had a cantata, but I think not a Christmas cantata. But the name is
And that's
familiar to me.
at his best. Homilius is like Bach plus plus.
Ah, okay.
Ornate, elaborate, gorgeous, a little bit like Zelenka,
Okay.
maybe. And whenever I see a new Homilius release, my ears perk.
Okay. Okay.
And this is the Christmas Oratorio by him. Another thing I found out when I was looking for Christmas music, there are not that many works that I found that are like a whole CD or 30, 40, 50 minutes. A lot of smaller pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm thinking when I'm sitting in front of the tree, if it takes me longer to go to I still have CD shelves. If it takes me longer to go to the shelf, pick out the music and put it into the CD player, then the song lasts or the work.
Yeah.
Then am I going to put it on?
Therefore, Jens, it's Christmas. I make you a gift. Here you have the 100 Christmas classics. Then you have 5 CDs. If you have a CD-wechsler, a CD changer. For 6 hours you don't have to change any CD.
Oh, and it contains all the goodies.
All the goodies, yes, of course.
Also the Bach, the Mendelssohn.
All the goodies, 100 different goodies for Christmas.
Well, I shall treasure this.
Okay, I don't think so.
No.
But of course they were composed short because it was most of them was for the church, the cantatas or the
Oh, and I forgot the CD, so I can't even show it. But it's not on your label anyway, so you'll forget.
It's good you forgot it.
But it's Schoenberg's Christmas music.
Ah,
do you know that?
Okay, yeah. But it's not so long, no?
It's not. It's 7 minutes or maybe 8. But it's Schoenberg, and I think he wrote it for home use.
Yeah,
really, with harmonium. But in his own particular way, he arranges 2 different Christmas carols and sort of melds them into each other. And if you're into a little bit of Schoenberg around the season, that's probably the one to pick. Then we shouldn't overlook the English side, because there's a lot of...
No, first I go to the Italian side.
Let's go to the
the
Italian.
cantatas from Assisi? The Christmas cantatas from Assisi, composed by the Patres there and so on. I mean, the Werner Erhard, he was always, I think he spent a month in Assisi in the archive and were looking for scores and so on. And there are composers, of course, no one knows them, the Patres, but some of them have been very talented, and made beautiful music. I will play something from, let me see, Patre, Fra is Patre, no? Fra, C.M. Portel Finale, about 1700. O quam jubila, a beautiful duet.
O quam jubilat cordis laetitia, care Iesus es nostra adorata, care Iesus es nostra adorata, es nostra adorata, care Iesus es nostra adorata, Iesus es nostra adorata.
Ingeborg Tanz is a beautiful alto.
Yeah, also Ruzisak.
And I see there's, first of all, it's almost all world premiere recordings on
Yes.
here. And it has a piece, and that's the only reason I know the CD, by Porpora.
Yeah. No, honestly, these are like on our job. I mean, these scripts were dusty hidden since 300 years, or, you know, and now we can bring them back to life, and it's so beautiful music, really. And I cannot compare with Bach here. This is totally other different style. It's like the influence what the fratres, what the patres had there.
I mean, this is classical discoveries after all. And Bach, I love Bach.
Yeah.
In general, and I love to put on the Christmas oratorio around Christmas. But that's comfort food. I love it because that's what my father used to do.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. But we're here to explore things.
Also interesting, you also mentioned days before the Sibelius Opus 1.
Yes.
And I have it here.
You have your own version?
I have Sibelius Opus 1. Let me see now. It's Swedish. Finnish. Was Swedish? No, Finnish.
Let's not try. It could be Swedish, actually.
Nu så kommer julen, nu är julen här. Litet mörk och kulen, men ändå så kär. Han i salen trinar vid så hjärtligt sinn. Och i högtidsglädjar dansar barnen in. Ljusen och lantarna glimma utkring dem, som den klara stjärnan över Betlehem.
So really just a beautiful, simple opera 1, Opus 1 from the greatest Finnish composer ever. A Christmas song. I think his mother said, "Hey, come on, Christmas is coming, write something, you know, we need something to sing or so."
Yeah, I have the version for female choir.
There's also a version for female choir. Okay. Let's talk about the Christmas emotion.
The Christmas emotion.
So music that really touches your heart for Christmas.
Can I start with two things that really don't touch my heart?
Okay, that's all I know.
Did he do Christmas music in the GDR? Bartók wrote two Romanian Christmas carols.
Okay.
And again, it's far too short. It's 10 minutes altogether. And I put it on. I thought, oh, Bartók. I love Bartók. Christmas music.
Okay.
Not worth my time anyway.
Okay.
But one thing, I did send out a little call to our friends on Twitter.
Okay.
And I said, what are your favorite Christmas oratorios?
Okay.
And I got a couple of responses. And one really nice one that I had not heard of, didn't know about, was Pablo Casals.
From Casals?
Pablo Casals wrote
Okay.
a Christmas oratorio called El Pesebre, apparently.
Okay.
And there's a recording with Maureen Forrester and Ernst Häfliger and so forth on YouTube.
Okay.
And that was very
Really?
good listening. Yeah.
Okay.
Very tonal, very beautiful. As you can compose.
What is touching your heart? You say your girlfriend is coming for the evening. You're preparing the Christmas dinner. You're cutting, I don't know, gemüse, vegetables, and everything. What do you normally listen then?
Well, probably von Herzogenberg, The Birth of Christ.
Von Herzogenberg. No, you just say this because we have a podcast. For you don't hear Herzogenberg during making the Christmas goose.
You don't know me well, then.
Okay. Something I don't know. For me, for example, I was very surprised. I love also the Russian Christmas tradition. You know, the Orthodox choirs. This is something really touching for me. For example, like this.
So
I like these voices from the Russian folklore, you know.
What CD did you dig that up from?
I recorded a lot of this kind of music in Sofia in the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. And this was so interesting because as there were many tourists, so we only could record in the night. So I was sitting there alone, the studio car was outside, I was sitting alone in the church, only some candles, and back to me up was this huge choir.
Oh, from up on high.
Yeah, from up on high, we did Rachmaninoff, Vespers there, and all this kind of thing. And they had this shining icons,
Yeah.
The shining icons and so. And this is still, it goes back my neck, how you say?
Chills down your spine?
It chills down my spine if I remember on this. And that were really liked, and started to like this amazing music.
And did you record it in the winter?
No.
That would have.
Yeah, it would have been then. Yeah.
I remember singing in the cathedral around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And it was a bitter cold winter, and we had like
Okay.
2 layers of long underwear and 3 sweaters, and then our little garb, and we're standing there, and of course you're not really moving.
Yeah.
And across from us was Lady Duchess or whatever she is from Thun und Taxis in her big fur coat, and we were incredibly envious of her because she seemed rather comfortable. So now do I get to open my presents?
Your present, okay. Our present is that we are allowed to make such a podcast, you know. Merry Christmas, yes.
Merry
Podcast
Christmas, Joe.
And of course, with them, we are singing this most famous piece in the Alpine tradition.
Are we going to sing now?
We are going to sing now.
If there are any viewers left.
Because this comes also from Austria, you know.
All right. I think people actually know that Silent Night is an Austrian song.
Really?
Yeah.
Most people don't know where is Austria. When I'm in America, you come from Austria. Ah, you have the nice kangaroos. No, not Australia.
Let's sing.
But then we have to close the lights.
Let's sing along.
But that for I have to the official cat. Okay. Okay. So we wish you all a silent, beautiful, harmonic Christmas with lots of interesting Christmas music. So stay in peace and hope to see you next year again. Hope to see you next year again when you join our podcast, Classical Discoveries. Hosted.
Cheers. And Merry Christmas to you.
Das ist doch